Howdy everybody, and welcome to another episode of SevTech Ages. I am starting out this episode by putting a whole bunch of patterns into the system so that we can craft the Electrum jetpack. That is how I want to start this out, because we really need to start advancing these things. I haven't really made a push on it because I don't have any intentions of using it. But it is an advancement, and we need to get it. So I'm going to make these last few that I need. I've already done most of the work off camera. Oh yeah, duh. Let me do that. Obviously, I'm not going to do a. I guess I shouldn't have done that. I guess I don't need that one, do I? It's not like I'm going to use that one a lot. Oh well, whatever. It's just a pattern. It's not a big deal. So let's make two of these. Oh, what am I doing? No. Two of those. I should be able to grab those when those are done. Is it working? It is. Oh, that's right. It has to craft up those. So let's go back over here. I think no. We need, what do we need? We need one capacitor. Let's make that. Yes. I added another coprocessor over at the volcano. So good, we got this, and we need the belt. I don't know why I added that. I think we're gonna need that for the other ones though. And what else do we need? So we've got those. Man, I'm just gonna make it like this. It's stupid. It's dumb. I'm not gonna go through all that. I guess I should take that pattern back out. Yes. Alright, cool. Yeah, I mean, you'd have to charge it up. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. I think you can charge it in here. Can you? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. While that's doing that, what I'm doing here is I am making some charged Certus quartz, because I don't have any charged Certus quartz ore, because the void ore miners are not producing it. The void miners aren't producing that. I think the only way you can get it is to go out into the world and just mine it, or take normal Certus quartz and do it this way. This is the charger. It's not really expensive. A couple of Fluix crystals, some iron. You get this. It does do it pretty quickly. I will add this to the system, so that we can make it with the ME system. But I mean, I'm not going to do that right now. I just thought I would make up a bunch of this because we need this for patterns. I discovered this. Oh. Did I just throw something in here that I wanted to keep? I don't think so. Patterns. Blank patterns. I want to make some more, because I go through a lot of these. You really, I think I mentioned this before, you cannot make too many of these. You will need a ridiculous number of these. I have done some work over at the volcano that I'll take you over there and show that to you. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. I was charging this up. Well, there's really no way to test this. I mean, I could put it on, right? I could put it on, and, Oh, I guess it does kind of... I guess it does kind of do it, doesn't it? Let's go out here. So if you don't have the creative flight, this is pretty cool. I mean, jetpacks are nice. I've never really gotten into them because I always just go straight for the creative flight. I think a lot of people do, but this can be fun. I'm wondering... Oh, no. Alright, so I still have creative flight from the beacon. So, alright. That's interesting. Oh, I've got it on. That's why I can't do that. Let me charge that back up. It's not bad to have a backup form of flight, so that's not too bad. Let me throw this. I guess it... you know what? I guess if I die, I won't have this, will I? I'll just throw it in the system. I'll just throw it in here. It'll be fine. So, okay. We've got that. And this is going... I'm not going to worry about that. This is my... Ooh, this is my charger, though. This is my power cell. Anyway, Alright, so the next thing I want to do is I want to go over to the volcano, show you the few changes that I made over there, and start building the thing in that miniature, the compact machines dimension that we made in the last episode. So I'm going to sleep the night away, and then I'll meet you over there. And here we are. One of the first things you'll notice is I move this up here. I haven't put conduit facade around it yet. I need to do that, but I will get to that. I mean, that's just to dress things up, though. It's not really to change the functionality. And I cleared all that mess away. I moved our CPUs over here. What I want to do is kind of make it look like the banks of computers that you see in the old videos of, like, from the 1970s, where they got these huge gigantic computers. So that's kind of what I'm going for here, just using some laboratory blocks. The thing is these ME drives use each one uses a channel. They do pass through, meaning these three are showing up on this. If you look right there, you'll see the 3 channels. So if I were to put all of them here the way that I'm going to, that would take 8 channels, and that would be pushing this line pretty hard. So what I need to do is I need to use P2P tunneling. Now I've already done that here. As you can see, you probably already saw that, but for these, which I decided to put in the floor, I mean, if you watch the first video of this series, or I talk about why I'm doing a series at all, I show my Age of Engineering setup, and I did something similar to this, but I couldn't think of anything better, and I like to be able to see them. So that's why I wanted to do this like this. Anyway, so I ran those down there. It's really not that hard to do. Let me grab my tool out of here. Oh, wrong one. It's in here. So many bags. So you need the memory card. And you'll notice that the frequency is D216, which is what these are set up to. So you have the first one with the line coming out here, and then you connect it to a separate line, your carrier line, the line that those compressed channels are going to go down. That's the way I think of it anyway. Like this little piece right here, this P2P tunnel, basically compresses these here. Now this does use a channel, and you have to feed it down a separate line, which is what I'm doing here with this one. You see it has 10 channels on it. That's 2 for this, 1 here and 1 down at the other end. And basically what it does is this takes all these channels, compresses it, sends it down this line, or whatever line you're sending it through, and then it comes out here and decompresses it here and runs down. And what I like to do is I use different colors to show my, to show me, what is what. Because if you just use Fluix, it's really confusing. It can be really confusing. So I'm using white here for this, and I'll do this with other ones. The reason that I'm mentioning this and kind of going through it a little bit is that I need to do this for these, because these are going to eat up a lot of channels. These could easily eat up all the channels that this line, this uncompressed line, could take. So I need to do something about that. These only take 1 channel each, no matter how big they are, these processors. But these drives, on the other hand, these drives take a lot of channels. They're really good, because you can put, 10 drives? Oh, I need to put that away. If I don't, I will forget. Yeah, you can put 10 drives in each one. That's a lot of storage just right there. But if for no other reason, for looks, I want to have all of these fitted out with the drives. And I want to make a lot of these drives. We need a lot of storage space. So, yeah, I cleaned that up. I did have one problem with the system. I don't know if it was in any of the videos. This would shut off and turn back on intermittently. And the reason for that, I thought it was power, which is one of the reasons why that could happen. But the other reason is if you have a cable out of a loaded chunk. Now, I thought these were in the loaded chunks. This is a loaded chunk. However, this is not. I thought when I made all of this, it was completely within the loaded chunks. That's why I chose the size of this that I did, but no. So that was a problem. So if you have issues like that, it could either be power, which I spent a lot of time trying to figure out. You can see I've got a power cell in there. What is that? That is a, yeah, energy cell. I've got an energy cell in there. I upgraded all the lines and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, down here is where I set up the stuff for the presses. All the presses over at the base are automated now. So they're all tied into the ME system, and that's how I did it. You know, again, just like the last episode, I believe it was the last episode, I just did, you know, enter chests, tied them together, all that jazz. So the next thing I want to do is I want to move this stuff. I want to move these into that. That's what I want to use this for. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to off camera take all of this down and refresh my memory on what sides, because these are sided. They're very dependent upon the sides. So you can only insert, like this, I believe gets inserted from the top, this from the back, and this from the bottom. So I'm going to replicate that on here. Now, I haven't read yet on how to pass things through the walls, but I'm sure it won't be that hard. So I'm going to do the same thing as you have for those. So this back one will be for that middle slot. This bottom one will be the bottom slot. You see what I'm saying. And then I think it's the sides that you can take things out of for that, which is kind of weird, but that's okay. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'll pass all of the items that can go into these through their correct sides, and then I'll filter them, you know, with these filters. I was going to use XNet, but I don't think I'm going to do that. So once I've got that kind of set up, I will come back and show you what I've done. Oh, what is that? Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. If you right-click on this, I believe once you have something set up in here, it will show it to you. So, all right, I'm going to do that, and then I will come back and show you what I've done. Okay, guys, so I have set the system up. It's not really that complicated. It might look a little bit, but it's really not. The only thing that's in these are the presses. There's nothing else in these, and there is absolutely nothing in here. I have all the power wire run and everything. These are the outputs, because you have to take things out from the sides. So I'm taking them out there, and that's the output for that. Here's the inputs in the back, and of course these are the inputs for this one, because that's the one that makes the actual processors. These are for the printed circuits. So to simulate this, here's our input, and there's our output. I haven't set up, you know, the inputs and outputs yet. So okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump these in, but I've also made these to simulate inputs for this. Since it would take a long time to wait for these, I don't feel like waiting. So drop those in, and all of those auto sort. This is filtering for gold, for diamonds. This one's filtering for pure Certus quartz, raw silicon, obviously. Those weren't an issue. The filter for this, however, was an issue. To filter for these, since the way that he does it, he uses the unlocalized metadata, the name down at the bottom there, to differentiate between them. You have to make sure to have check metadata turned on. I was making that mistake before. I've got check NBT data on as well. I don't know if that makes a difference. It may not. But, you know, I don't want this system to break midway through a really big craft where I'm AFKing for several hours and I'm expecting this to be done, and nope, it's not because something broke. So, okay. We're getting these out, as you can see. I guess it didn't take that long. I was running my mouth. So, all right, I'm going to dump these in. This simulates the input from the ME system once it gets back the processors, the printed, not processors, the printed circuits. These would be output to the ME system. They wouldn't be looped back in. I guess you could do that, but I really didn't want to clutter this setup any more than it already is. So let me drop these in there. And away we go. Why does that say 9? Okay, I might have grabbed one too many. Anyway, so this all filters properly and puts everything in. It appears to be anyway. Like, it hasn't broke. I've had this run for a while. I didn't want to start this back up, the recording up, until I knew this was working. So this took me about, I don't know, maybe an hour. I really wasn't rushing to get it done. I wanted to take my time and make sure that it worked properly, because again, you know, you're going to be using these for a lot of things, and you don't want them, you don't want this to break. So okay, now we've got this done, and this should be fine. I moved the block this is linked to. Let me come out of here. As you can see, I moved that from over there to over here, just so it's closer to this smart cable. You know, I don't want to have to run it all the way over there just for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to input the things from the back, and I'm going to try to use one of these interfaces. Now, I don't know if it's going to work with the compact machines, and I don't know if these inductive logistics pipes will work with this, but I want to try that first. I got a plan B just in case, but I want to try that first. So one thing we need, though, is a tunneling tool. We need this. So we have to make this. Okay, so I'm going to make both of these because I want them both. I'm not going to be using the redstone tunneling tool today, not on this, but it's going to be nice to have, so I'm going to make it. And I'm already here, so why not? Make sure to get out of the field. That's important, as I discovered. Throw that in there. Let's make that. Cool. Oh, it made two. Why did it make two? Really? Oh, does this thing disappear? I don't know. Alright, well, whatever. I'm going to make another one for redstone. And it does make two. That makes me wonder if these have like a durability. I don't know. Use to transfer. Or are these a one-time use? Is that how you... Oh, maybe you connect it to it? Compact. Okay, well, I'm going to read the instructions off camera, of course. All right, so it says that we right-click with the tool on the wall, and then it will make the tunnel, and then after that we right-click it to cycle through the faces, which is really cool because I want to use the bottom. Since I'm not doing the sided thing, I decided not to do that. I wanted to simulate like the inputs for one of these. That doesn't make any sense though, because we don't really need to do that. We can just dump everything in here and have the filters sorted out, because we're going to have filters in here anyway. So okay, I'm going to separate these just in case it does something weird. So I want this to be the output. Oh, and it does use it. Okay, down, up, north, south, west. Oh, you can pick it up. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, so down. Down is good. So you just cycle all the way through it, and then you can pick it back up. So I want this to be, and I know the west is the back. I've already looked at that, and that's going to be straight on with this. West. Okay, perfect. So that's the back. That's going to be our input, and that's going to be our output. Yeah, that's tunnel connect with outside. So I guess they're input and output. Okay, well, what I'm going to do, since I don't really know if, oh yeah, no, I do want to try this. Actually, I do want to try it. My plan B is to use hoppers if these don't work. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of that. Let me break that. And I will break that. Break that. That's why I set these so far apart like the way I did, because I wanted to be able to break them without screwing up the piping network. Get rid of this. Oh, my inventory is becoming a hot mess, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Okay, so there's that. There's our extraction pipe, and there's our destination pipe. So here's our destination. that there. Here's our destination. I don't know if this is gonna, can I get on that? You got to get right on the face. That sounded weird. That sounded really weird. Yeah, that's the destination. That's the output. And then this is the input. And we extract out of here if I understand the way this is going to work correctly. Anyway, which is not a guarantee. Let me connect these. Good. And then to simulate the inputs, I'm just going to do the same thing on the outside as I did on the inside. Now it says if this isn't a chunk loaded chunk, then this itself will be chunk loaded. So that's good. So this is all set. And let me get out of here. Alright, so I'm going to use these hoppers really quickly just to simulate the inputs and the outputs. So where is my raw silicon? I used it all, didn't I? I did. Let me get some silicon. I think I automated making this. Anyway, let's put this in here. We'll see it goes in, and we should see in a few seconds. Ah, it does work. Excellent. Those do work with that. That is great. Okay, so I want to do this. We need a printed silicon circuit, printed calculation circuit, and one redstone. And will we get our processor out? We should. And we do. Fantastic. That's great. Oh, that's the wrong one. Alright, so the only thing I need to do now is see if the interface will input into this. And it may not, but even if it doesn't, we can always use this. We can have it inputting into this. So, alright, I'm going to set that up real quick. Okay, that is our first set of patterns, process patterns. So let's put these in here. So now we should be able to tell it, why is it not coming up? Now we should be able to tell it to make these circuits for us. The printed circuits, let's take all of those out. We don't want those in. I want to make sure that I see that this is working. Oh, I got a whole bunch of those. Wow. Okay, let me grab these. Why am I not shift clicking these in, you ask? I really don't know. I don't know why I do that. And we want silicon. Yes. So, alright, each one of these. Start. And I'm waiting. And I'm not seeing anything. So, alright, let's run down here. I think it's having trouble inserting into this. Oh, wrong one. Got to go down 2. Let's run over here. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess it didn't insert into it. Alright, let's go look. Should be in there. So I've got all of those on me. Circuits. Where's the circuits at? Yeah, no, it didn't. Okay, so it won't insert into it. All right. I knew that might be a problem. All right, so it appears on the outside, this block, this one on the outside in the normal overworld or wherever you have this set up, won't work with these. Obviously you can use a hopper, which is what I'm going to have to do. It's unfortunate, but there's nothing I can do about it. I know these aren't very quick, but you know, what are you going to do, right? So let me do that. And that. Okay, let's queue this up again. Hopefully this time it'll work. See, I changed this. So there's 2. I'm going to use the smaller one. And it's done. Alright. I'm just going to let it sort it out itself. queue that up. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Now, on to the printed equivalents, or the actual circuits themselves. Okay, hopefully this will work. I'm hoping anyway. So let's see. We want the it never comes up correctly if I hit space. Anyway, we want to do a logic processor. Let me get these out of here. Start that up. And it works. Excellent. Get this out of the way. Put that there. Okay, calculation processor. We got a whole bunch of these. So I made a whole bunch of them because I had to run over here and do it manually. And there we go. That's good. And last but not least, I just want to make sure these all work. All right, excellent. That's exactly what I want. Now I'll clean this mess up. And I want to end the episode by going to Mars and checking out this Mars rover. Well, we got to build it first. I want to build this Mars rover because it's something we can do, so I'm going to do it. Where's the Mars rover? Now I'm wondering, do you ride this? Is it, is it something like you can drive around on it? I haven't done the moon buggy. I think these guys. I'm going to try to do this from memory, which is, I'm sure, a huge mistake. But it's not going to stop me. Okay, yeah. Cool. And I've already got the vehicle charger and the pad, so I'm going to grab that. That's neat. Awesome. I wanted to get a few of these done at least. You know, they've been sitting there for so long. It's going to be quite a while before we get onto these, but we can move along this, and this should be pretty easy. So let me put this in here, and we'll go to Mars. All right, so we're over here on Mars. I don't have my space suit on, but with my regen, it shouldn't really matter. Ooh, that was loud and close, too. Ow. Uh-oh. Oh, it did. It hit our stuff. Oh, I hate you. Anyway, I'm going to pout for a while. I don't care. That was dumb. I knew that was going to happen. So stupid. I'm just salty because I got to rebuild it. That would happen in real life. I'm just angry because I got to rebuild that. That sucks. Anyway, let's do this. Got all the stuff, and you got to lay this out in a 5x5. Okay, now I imagine we have to have the charger. Is it in the right spot? I don't know. Does it just need to be right there? Battery slot. Okay, well, whatever. I'm going to try to pop this on there and see what happens. Oh, it is a buggy. Oh, well. Alright, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Okay. No. Stop. 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 Okay. Well, how do you pick it up? You just hit it. Okay, you just hit it. Plop it back down there. Alright, well, that's kind of cool. I was hoping kind of it was like a rover that would go around and do stuff for you. But it's not. And I have to fix this, and that stinks. But you don't have to watch me do that. I'll do that off camera. And I'm going to end the episode here. In the next episode, I really have no idea. I don't know why I say, oh, I'm going to do this in the next episode, because half the time I don't do it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.